Today, I said we're going to be talking about emotions. I want to coin out today's topic from emotions and saying that our tag cannot take like a long phrase. So I will just start today's discussion as emotion. Um, Recently, but this time around, I want to focus on what's trending currently in the nation, what's happening. I want us to talk about a particular situation going on now. Um, and I pray and I hope that I don't step on some person's feelings, emotional feelings, and their reactions to things. So, um, in recent events that has occurred among a very popular politician, a sitting senator here in Nigeria actually, and a popular actress. So most of us will know about them. Except for Shout, who is currently not, though you are becoming Nigerian gradually but with time you become a full-fledged Nigerian. So I guess aside Shato, most of us will be aware of the situation and the recent happening. So aside that, theirs happened during the course of the week, last week, right? And that same week, another one happened between a popular event planner and a Nigerian actor as well, like newly wedded Nigerian actor. So I guess I want to give you guys updates around the globe. No, not the globe. Updates around Nigeria, especially on social media. So I felt like let me have this discussion because it got me thinking about some things and my mindset about specific age groups. And so when these things happen, I started having a rethink and I was like, probably my thinking, my thoughts, or my opinion as regards specific age group has been not it's been on maybe my own personal view, not necessarily what is attainable, what is like maybe social standard or what is normal, what we'll see as normal. Okay, so for instance now, I used to feel like older men are more matured in handling situations. So I felt like they would be better at handling marital conflicts or maybe emotional um, disputes or reaction at a time. So, but with these recent happenings, and even one that used to be very, 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 very popular, an ex-minister, a former minister, this his own has been lingering for years. So, but I just felt like it's like a one-off situation. But with these recent ones that happened back to back, I started questioning my opinion as regards believing that older men are more mature when it comes to managing their emotions and so recently, as I was saying, the sitting senator had a conflict, a dispute with the wife, who happens to be much younger, like 3 decades younger than him. So this conflict happened to be made public, and a lot of us happen to see that, oh, there's something going on, because all this while we've been thinking that it's all lovey-dovey in the family and the lady is being pampered and being treated well as she should, say being that she's married to an established, matured individual. Do you get? So only recently for us to see this outburst and the reaction that came from the man, I wasn't expecting such reaction. So this is the reason why I brought it up for us to have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Let me know if maybe I've had this thought or this perception about older men to be more matured in handling situations if I'd had it wrongly. I don't want to mention them, or please, allegedly. I don't have money for court case. Q, please. so, so recently, they had issues, and in less than 24 hours, the husband is out there on social media trying to defend himself. And in the course of defending himself, I felt like he embarrassed his family the more. He has come out to like state certain things that are not supposed to be heard of. Do you get, even if maybe people have been having that idea that, oh, this is what could have been involved in the marriage, this is what the lady could be into all along, but he has come to publicly confirm it, and I felt like it's very, very distasteful for me. It's not something like I was expecting from him. I felt like when there are issues in the home, marital issues, coming off quickly just because you're trying to clear yourself of whatever accusations that has been laid on you, and as a result you're trying to like taint your wife, or maybe even expose her beyond what is supposed to. I felt like it's really questionable and shouldn't have been the situation. So in this case, he had come out publicly to say that the wife is an addict, like she's addicted to substances. I don't want to mention it here due to TikTok regulations, their guidelines, so we don't end up being dropped. So he had come out to say that the lady is addicted, and as a result of that, this is why such situation in the house had happened. But contrary to what he had mentioned, the siblings of the lady had come out to say this man is actually physically abusive to the wife. So I felt like because he's trying to erase his name from that word being an abuser, he had quickly come out to debunk by coming to say the wife is a substance abuser instead. This had happened in his previous marriage, but in the previous marriage, he had labeled that one to be a prostitute because he had said that she has been seen being involved with different men, and then she had also tampered with her body. That was the reason why they had issues, and he had to send her packing. But when they finally made up, resolved their family issues, he's back to marrying the lady. Do you get it? I haven't come out to say such things about her publicly. I haven't made people to know who your wife, somebody you call your wife, where you're supposed to take in and shield from public view, like whatever dirty or whatever we can term as a bad character that is not supposed to be of public opinion or public hearing. Like, we shouldn't have such informations. He had come to make it open. So seeing that this had happened not once, not twice from this specific person, it made me to start questioning his maturity level. Like, I felt like older men should be more rational in taking decisions. They should be more rational in how they react to situations, especially when you are of a public figure, someone of that status. So this happened with the previous wife until they reconciled. Now, I am one person that don't like talking about people's marriages, especially when they have issues, because definitely you know that couples will make up. For those who are still emotionally attached, who still love each other, when there are issues, they will tend to come back, realize their mistakes, and finally make up. Do you get? So when they make up, it will be so embarrassing if you've come to castigate one for the other, because now they are settled and they are back. So it would be such a shame if you had high opinion as regards that. So because of that, I usually, welcome in Dimi, I usually don't like talking about people's marriages or trying to have an opinion about it. But why I want to bring this out now is because I'm trying to like find out and understand. Well, because most of us, I for one, I would say, I have been someone who is of the opinion that more matured men tend to manage situations better. When I mean more matured men, like advanced in age, maybe you're marrying a younger bride. I felt like you will understand her and get to like treat her better as a matured husband. So, but with these recent situations, it makes me feel and makes me think like I don't think like it's a thing of age anymore. That it's same as though regardless of the age, uh, one who is rational in thinking is rational in thinking regardless of their age. So moving from this sitting senator, the former minister, like I mentioned, I don't want to mention his name, but he's fondly known for the triple F. All his name starts with an F. So then he was known to be an abuser and also had series of marriages like married, divorce, married, divorce, married, divorce. Okay, you get it, right? So then he also had the same issues with his younger wife, the lady he married, and it went public, and the situation was very messy, very, very messy. He also did not handle it very well from his own part because it will come time after time to come like say a lot of things about the wife, and maybe when they settle back, you see him come back to make um, public declaration of them being back and everyone should mind their business and all of that. So the third person who is advanced in age that is making me feel like, oh, it's no longer a thing of age. It's now like maybe a man who is rational will really be rational in thinking, in his actions, and how he approaches situations. This one is a recent newly wedded couple. The lady is into showbiz business, event planning. So from the story, she got married recently, this past weekend. So after the wedding, people started congratulating her. I never even got to know about these people until the situation was escalated on social media and people started talking about it, congratulating her, saying that amidst what she went through in her past marriage, thank God she's found someone so young and so in love with her. So while people were actually giving her accolades, congratulating her, the ex-husband pops up with his own version of the story again in a bid or in an attempt to also clear his name, just like the sitting senator has done. And I'm like sometimes you can read the room. When situations like this are happening, you don't really necessarily need to come out to come say, I want to clear my name or I want to say something, because in the bid on trying to do that, I feel like you are embarrassing yourself the more, because while he was trying to say that he wasn't a bad person all and all in the relationship, in his story, he had some way, to me, I don't know how others will feel. To me, while trying to clear his name, he had some way made himself to be seen as a villain, actually, because you're coming to say, I ended my marriage, you ended it so it doesn't end you, and people were trying to find out what was it that wanted to end you. So he came out to say that he's been the one sponsoring the lady. He met her at a very young age, struggling, and he had pumped in money, invested in her, invested in her family. In all, I just saw like a very proud person trying to boast of all of the things he has done. Someone who is trying to make a lady feel that because I made you who you are, or I contributed to your success today, as a result, you should hold me all total submission. Like, when I mean submission, I'm not saying that a woman shouldn't be submissive to her husband. Like in regards to when it's not working, you should still be there, whether it works or not. You get that kind of situation. That's how I saw his explanation coming from his own angle of telling his own part of the story. So, and these persons, like I had mentioned, they are way above 60s. Do you get? So it made me feel like I felt like in such situations there's sometimes that you just listen and you don't react. You just let go. Because you trying to react, you trying to speak on it, you trying to give your own fair share or side of the story, you are escalating the more because in this particular situation, why the man came out to say all of this, people started digging up past videos and stories that they've heard about this couple, and it's really messy. It's really messy, and he was already threatening to take her to court. So it made me feel like, is this time acting from their emotional um, aspect? Like when I mean emotional aspect, like is it them feeling like they are defeated in some type of way and need to come prove their relevance and their authoritative nature? Is this the situation here? So that is why I decided to bring it up. I said, let me come ask today because I, for one, have been somebody that believes that a man who is way mature than the wife should be able to enjoy the marriage because he will be handling her from a place of maturity, everything, including maybe some certain decisions, character that will be displayed. You try to understand that, oh, this is coming from a child angle. So let me just handle her like the baby that she is and handle it maturely. But I've seen with the recent occurrence, it's not that way at all. So it seems as though most of them don't know how to handle marital conflict in some situations. So that's what I want to talk about. Everyone wants to get their own support from the audience. So that that's why we see all we see. True. But sometimes is it necessary that you get public sympathy or public views especially when it comes to marital situation, marital matters? Is it necessarily that you come out? Because if you eventually make up, it's just like, let me say, the one that comes out to say the wife is sleeping around with other men, and you finally made up. This public that you've told your wife is sleeping around with men, when they see you with that wife again, they'll start looking at your wife like a promiscuous woman, one who sleeps around even while in marriage. Do you get? So, do you really need that public validation? Do you really need to come out? Especially when you're not even certain that the marriage is over and over. And even if it's over and done with, there are certain things you shouldn't even acknowledge or try to explain, because the more you try to explain, the messier I feel the situation gets. This is me though. This is me. So that's why I want to hear from us. Let's talk about it. Let me hear your opinion. As a man, is if maybe you're having a marital conflict or relationship conflict with your partner, you both are public figures, yes. Do you feel it's necessary for you to come out while trying to vindicate yourself, while trying to clear your name from maybe all accusations and all? Are there not supposed to be limits? Sorry about that. Are there not supposed to be limits to certain things that you're supposed to make public? Thank you, God, I beg. I say you want to say something.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to clear my throat so that my voice will come out.
Okay.
So here's my own reservation concerning the scenario. You see, let me start biblically. Jesus told us that if someone slaps you on this cheek, you should turn the other side to receive another slap. I believe that is scriptural, or let me say the modern way of dealing with things. But practically, that doesn't happen. Nobody will receive a slap here and will turn the other side. Instead, if for any reason you receive a slap, you want to give the person an uppercut, something higher than what
You have
you
received.
receive. That is practically. So with this, that is what is going on everywhere. So when someone do anything to you or say anything to you,
Mm-hmm.
either it is online or even just you and the person inside a room, the tendency that you are going to say something to hurt the person the more is like 99% guaranteed.
Okay.
So for that reason, if it's something that is public,
Mm-hmm.
some people go to the extreme of even fabricating lies just to score points.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I want to believe whenever we have these public scenarios, we should look at whatever they are saying with available evidence
Okay.
because somebody can just choose to say anything. But I want to believe the right way to go is actually looking into what the person is saying and the possible evidence that is available. Even if the person is not substantiating that claim with evidence, but there should be some reasons behind why the person is saying so. And if there was no reason at all, then you can just say the person is just trying to score some points
Mm-hmm.
to get back at the other person.
Okay.
So in this scenario, because I was surprised because first of all, this is a politician. Most of them, when something like this happens, they just want to just kill the whole story. Don't want it to even go further.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for knowledge best known to him,
Mm-hmm.
he chose to react and he chose that particular way to react. He never, this last one we are talking about, or should I say the first example you are making reference to, he never said the wife was cheating or anything. Instead, he said the wife was using certain things which we don't want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And going by some of the lifestyle of the wife that is even made public by herself, not by any other person, we can easily believe that that's very, very true because it's not the husband that actually put those things up. This is the lifestyle she have been portraying. So if the husband comes out to say that, which I can, or let me believe that he did not do that alone. You know all these people now, they have aides upon aides and they are there to do work so that the man will please them and increase their pay. So somebody close to the man will definitely put up that story to gain points for the man because I'm very sure that man doesn't have time.
That wasn't
He's not a
professional.
social media person.
That wasn't
He's not a
professional.
social media person.
So I
But
felt
that's
like
why the person is
it
not a
actually
social
came
media
from you
person.
directly.
Okay. So
Yeah.
based on that, even if the person did that, like I said, if he actually did that himself, the sole aim is to score some political points so that the enemy will not use the other story to win him in any battle. So with this, he has moral grounds to like win the case. Remember, this case is now like an online case. What people's views is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
their perspective of the whole situation. So that's just the essence. So this scenario is not unique because it's just normal for everyone. When somebody tell you you are this, your reply will definitely want to be yes. There are some people that obeys what Jesus said. They slap you here, you turn the other cheek. But I can tell you they are not up to or more than 1% of the entire population. But other persons choose to do worse than what was done to them.
Okay.
So that's just how I see it. So every other scenario is just the same. Everybody chooses to react to get that popular sympathy so that people will think that they are the victim. That's just what is going on. Everybody wants to play on the intelligence of everyone to think that they're actually the victim. When sometimes they may be even deceiving the entire world to believe in the lies that they create. But like I said, you don't really know the truth because it's whatever they let out we believe in. They can cook up these stories for us to believe, Whereas they're in their house smiling that, look at, we have created or made ourselves to be the talk of the town. While they are there discussing, some of these people online, they create stories just to be trending.
Yeah.
And they are inside their house enjoying the fact that they're actually trending. And we discussing about it gives them more reasons to be happy. So that's just how I see it.
Okay. Thank you so much, God, I beg. Um, aside, we know that, okay, these things are things that happens on a regular, even on normal homes, those that are not public figures. So let's bring it back. Let's take it back home. I want to ask, in a normal home, in a normal setting, now this has nothing to do with whether you're a public figure or someone of relevance or not, like in a very normal home setting, regular family background. How I have seen situations, I have seen based on close relationship. So I've seen how some men handle little conflicts and disputes. Do you get? Someone like me, I am very, how will I put the word? Um, Before I let out things, I don't let out things so fast because I don't know what will be the outcome or the conclusion of the whole matter. Do you get? I might be like in a fight with, let's say, Claire Rapido or Beke now. Let's use Beke, girl to girl. Like, we are friends, maybe we are friends and we are having a bit of a dispute. Hello, Sergio, welcome. So let's say now we are having a dispute and a third party comes in. You, the third party Godabe, comes in to want to settle because maybe Beke has taken the issue to you, saying that it has gotten out of hand and it's not what we both can just settle, and she has invited a third party so they can come intervene. I am not one that will want to let out every detail of the situation that led to our disputes. Do you get? Yes, that's my person. Do you get? Especially if I still have some level of love for you. Do you get? If I still love you, if I still see you as, maybe I felt like what happened then happened as a spur of the moment. It was spontaneous. It's as a reaction of maybe my feelings as at then, my emotions were everywhere, and I let my emotions at the best of me, the better part of me, instead of me controlling my emotions. When you're coming and you're asking for like stories of what could have gone wrong, why this happened, I'm not one that will want to let it all, especially if maybe I know the bad side of BK. I'm not one that want to say it all publicly because I don't know how we're going to end up tomorrow when we end up settled. How are you going to be looking at us after telling you so much about BK? Do you get? I feel now you now have an idea because I'm somebody that if you tell me something, if you tell me today, Alex does this, Alex does that, even if Alex is fully repented now, when I see Alex tomorrow, I'm looking at Alex in that type of way. Even if I don't express it physically for him to notice, even if I try to manage it when he's there, but at the back of my mind, I still have it that I have sometimes heard that Alex is this type of person. And God forbid, something happens and it's a scenario of what they've told me Alex used to be. And I hear it happen again, and Alex happened to be mentioned in the story. Even when he's so innocent of it, I'll just conclude in my head that, oh, he's at it again, or he's probably done it again. It will be so difficult for me not to believe for the second time that he is involved in it. You get? So I'm asking now, as a family setting, as a man in your homes, and such situations happen, you are having conflict with your wife, how much details can you hold back? And how much of it can you let out? In the course of trying to like resolve the conflict with a third party that is involved or have been called in to come resolve. I don't know if you get my question. How much can you hold? How much can you, like, some people tend to say a lot, they tend to tell a lot. And sometimes I feel like you even letting out a lot will cause more damages. to cause more damages, because if I'm somebody that wanted to forgive you before and I notice that you've let out so many of my secrets that you're not supposed to, I wouldn't want to be so cordial with you again as I would have if maybe much hasn't been let out from you. So this is me. I want to ask for a normal home settings. How do we come about it? How do we tend to like manage the situation? How do you manage it that you don't let out or say too much out there? Claire, do you want to say something? Alex? Sergio, welcome in. Sorry, Sergio. How are you today? How are you feeling today? I'm trying to bring you up. Angel, welcome back. Sorry, guys, did you hear me? Oh, my network has gone off.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. So I was asking, in such situation, let's leave the high profile public figures, because just like God Abeg has said, yes, sometimes these people they thrive on social media clouds, being spoken of, being out there 24/7, because that's what makes them feel relevant. So let's come back to normal home setting, normal family setting. Like I mentioned, Sergio is always outside. Sergio, you don't collect real outside from you. I give you the award. So let's come back to our normal family settings. We've seen some families, while in the course of trying to resolve a dispute, they bear it all out. So how much do you think is advisable to be said out? How
It
much can you
depends.
hold back?
It depends on who. It depends. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It depends. It depends on who you are bearing it out to.
Hmm.
Yeah, depends on who you are bearing it out to.
Regardless what the matter is, regardless what it is that you're saying.
Yeah, because the truth is,
Okay.
as God Abeg hinted at something, he made a
Mm,
statement. He said,
mm,
"Now the person, somebody has to resolve it.
okay.
Eventually. So sometimes, you have to, if you are trying to cushion the effect of the exposure or the intensity or the gravity of whatever is going on between you guys, eventually it will swallow you up. You have to express it one way or the other, right?
Okay.
So somebody eventually is going to settle it. Somebody will settle it. So I think it boils down to you choosing the right person, somebody who can be deemed as wise enough to listen and maybe settle the matter properly. Who can look at people and without judge, who that this person is in such a position that he would look at me barefaced, he would look at me with all the rubbish I've done or something like that, and still not not judge me, but resolve the issue for what it is. Somebody with that kind of maturity. So from my end, right, you should select who hears what is going on. Yeah, you need to talk to somebody. It can be some sort of elder, but not just anybody. Not just anybody. Somebody who has a track record, perhaps,
Okay.
of resolving such issues. So yeah, not just anybody you can talk to.
But how,
But
how well can you trust someone? Because most of these things we hear about people that are being let out is as a result of trying to confide in someone. Do you get?
uh,
So how sure are you that the person you're trying to confide in will not go tell one person that they will tell, don't tell this person, and that person has another one person that they will tell and say, don't tell this person or don't tell another person. Do you get? Because most of these things that we've heard, just like God Abel said, like from the lady's lifestyle, people could believe that yes, she's addicted to strong substances, but before the lifestyle, before what we saw. If you want to even say lifestyle, I don't think I've ever seen her display excessive aggressive attitude outside that could portray that, oh, she's under the influence of something. Do you get? Neither have I seen her in possession of such in public, except maybe in movie scenes because she's an actress, obviously. Do you get? So, but we've been able to hear this from so many sources. And this happened to be from from source close to the uh, actress, or from sources close to the family member. They say she does this, she does that. How did this come about? Because maybe at some point in time she has tried to confide in someone to say, okay, this is what I do to keep me sane, or this is what I do at certain time to make me clear my head off the reality that I'm facing at the moment. And before you know, that third person they're telling is telling someone else. And before you know it, it has become of public consumption. So, how do you know? How do you know how trustworthy enough the person is for you to be able to share even I'm looking for that word. Like there are certain
The
things.
person, yeah, I get.
No, no,
The person has to be,
discreet things that you shouldn't
yeah,
say.
yeah. The person has to be somebody who you know has a track record of keeping things to themselves. You know, at some point, you know this person. If this person don't tell you another person matter before, you
Hmm.
go know say, I know if it, I know if it allow this person may tell me this kind of thing. But
Okay.
with some experience, right? Maybe with some experience, you know, okay, if I say some things, he will keep it to himself because this person doesn't tell me other things about other people, even though they might there were occasions where the person felt like they wanted to, you get, but just felt like, you know, maybe it's the accuse like that that tells you that okay, maybe I can talk to this person about it. Like take somebody like my mom for example. That woman, she was a bag of secrets. I'm sure she knew many things about so many people that people will be surprised that they knew. But she, even to us, right? Even to us, even to her brother, no, she didn't reveal everything. She didn't. They used to gossip people, though, you know. But there are things that she didn't really say, you know, about certain people. You know, there are things that she didn't just say everything. So there are people like that, right? There are some people who can do that. So I think you can't trust everybody. You can't know everybody's mouth. You can't know the future. But at some point, you know what some people can do, what some people cannot do. You get, so you should take something in your brain that okay, maybe I can just share it with him. Let me see how this person will react. You get, so
Okay. Thank you so much, Alex. Anyone else has any contribution? If we don't have much to say, like I mentioned to Angel, yeah, God, I beg.
Sorry. Yes. It's nice. Clara Pido, what's going on? We have not heard your voice.
A big
So,
question.
but before then, what I wanted to say was about knowing what to say or who to say it to. To me, it's all about you in the person first who wants to say something to somebody and looking for who to talk to. It depends on your lifestyle. Some people on their own, they have lifestyle of not revealing nothing, let's say the smaller things to people. Before you talk about when there's a critical or a special scenario, they are looking for who to talk to. Some people are just conservative on themselves. Some people don't even know a lot. The basic things about them, people don't know. So such persons will even bottle up the biggest of challenges they may have. They might not even consider or see it as is even necessary to even let somebody know that they feel they have to solve it themselves. So, but in a scenario where somebody likes sharing or is looking for who to share the burden with,
Yeah.
let's say because you are looking for a solution, believing that a problem shared is a problem half solved. Yes, that word is very, very true. Only with the condition that the person you are sharing it with is actually going to be part of the solution. Because that person can be part of the problem, can even create more problem or could even be the origin of the problem itself. And you thinking you're actually looking for a solution, sharing it. So in that scenario, I always say before you talk to somebody, you should know certain things about the person, because you're not just going to pick somebody. Anyway, that's where some people are still different.
Okay.
Some people can just choose somebody random that doesn't even know them and they don't know, to reveal certain things about, just to reveal it so that the burdens can be lifted. So, but in that scenario, you know, people can definitely turn back at you, use those same information you gave them, because it's open. There was a day you were talking about trust. You
Yeah.
don't really trust somebody total, because the fact that you did not trust yourself enough to keep the information with you is enough grounds for you to believe that the person you are telling will definitely not keep it to himself, since you cannot even do it. So what makes you think that someone else you are telling will do what you cannot do?
Okay.
So there's always that tendency, even though maybe all the person may be looking for is just a reason to actually let it out. They may choose to keep it, but when there is an occasion that arise, a need that arise, they will definitely say all those things that are secrets.
I'll let it out.
Because for any reason you choose not to say it out, that's the best place it can be. But once you give it to a second person, no matter how close, you can call it your parents, your siblings, that same scenario that made you tell it to that person will also arise for that person to also have someone else that they believe the same way you believe in them. They also believe in that person. So, but like I said, it's when there is now a scenario where the thing will now turn out to be against you that you now think that it was a bad idea. But imagine the scenario turns out that what you told somebody, the person actually said it to someone else that actually helped you solve the scenario. You see it as you actually did the best thing. You made the best decision. But if such scenario now backfires, that is when you now see it as somebody betrayed your trust, and you start seeing it all the worst possible scenario. Lillian, my voice is out because you guys used my voice yesterday. So let me put it to you that you are the reason why my voice is not clear.
Okay.
So that's just how I see it.
All right. Thank you so much, God. I beg. Welcome in, Lillian. Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Lillian. Welcome in. Okay.
Thanks to you, Lillian.
No, you cannot trust nobody, but you have to trust.
So, Mr. Alex, Mama Rose. Becky, you are here. Sorry, I don't say the original Becky, the novice. Cleo, Clara Pido, God, I beg you. Greetings,
Well, we
everyone.
get to Beke. Not only one Beke we get to General.
No, now, General,
Everywhere get
Ines na Ada Becky. Okay, she na Ada Becky, you na Becky, baby. Okay, okay,
calm down.
okay.
Not only na the last one of the house. Not only one way we take calm. Just relax.
All right. Thank you, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome in, Lillian. Thank you so much, God, I beg, for that submission. Uh, Alex in the comment section was saying that we know that we can't trust nobody, but we have to trust somebody.
Well, you cannot
Yes,
trust nobody, but you have to trust someone.
exactly. That's why I feel like when it comes to trust, when you're not involved in a relationship, most especially when it comes to marriage, your most trusted person should be your partner. Because if you even listen to the lyrics of the song and you understand where the writer of that song is coming from, the writer is actually talking about trusting his own partner. Do you get? I feel like when whatever has to do with marital issues, marriage or relationship between a man and a woman, whatever happens between you both should be between you both. You can, at the peak when you're having these issues, you can just decide to like maybe give one other person the opportunity to flare up, react, display, let them bear it all, let them say their mind, whatever grievances they've been holding, or what it is that is making them feel or react the way they are reacting at the moment. Then I felt like, as a matured person, after all of those display and all, you can call them, have a conversation. This is where communication matters for me. If I am to undo such emotional display as a matured person, as the matured person in the relationship, I feel like what the man could have done, wait for when the person is calm, when they are in their right senses, when they are in their right frame of mind, that they can actually listen and react in a very positive or neutral ground, not react based on how they are feeling at the moment, whatever had triggered their anger and all of that. Okay, so I feel like when you've waited for them to calm down and you let them know that this thing you're doing is the reason why we are having the back and forth, is the reason why we are always at a loggerhead, this disputes, the quarrel and everything. And if you continue in this way, I might go on to tell certain persons of this behavior. I feel if that person is someone who doesn't want their businesses to be out there, who doesn't want other people to know about what it is that you feel like is embarrassing, and if you say it out, they will feel embarrassed. I feel like if you calm down and let them know this, they will take some steps back. This is what I feel. This is coming from my own angle. I feel before you go outside to castigate me, tell me that this thing you're doing is embarrassing to me, and if you don't stop it, I'm going to go public. I'm going to go announce you. I'm going to go tell this person who I think is your best friend that you listen to. I'm going to go tell her that this is what you're doing and I don't want. Do you get? So I feel if you communicate this to that person and they really don't want this business to be out there, they are going to have a rethink, or maybe they will take a step back and have a change of attitude, especially in that aspect. So I feel this is how to go about such situations. So when I see these men acting this way now, it makes me to start wondering, like, are they really like mature in the real sense? Because yes, I've seen other men who married their wives at quite younger age, and the marriage has continued to wax even stronger. You see them, they are doing things, they spent like close to 20 years in the marriage, and they're still waxing strong. No public views as regards issues they are having in the house, in the home, and what have you. But some other ones, when you see them react, it now makes you question. I feel like, is it the words that is coming to play? Is it not just the word? Because these people that display this attitude, they have wealth, they have the classic, or what will I put it? They are of this class, and they have the status. So I want to know if maybe all of this is being done based on their public appearance or their wealth, and this is what maybe overshadows their way of thinking and how they react to things. Maturity should be from both ends, not the responsibility of one particular person. Okay? True. Definitely. If one person keeps on being mature all the time, keep babysitting one partner, definitely that marriage is bound for doom, because at some point you will get tired of being the babysitter. You babysitting an adult, so definitely it's bound for doom. So yes, I agree with you. I'm beginning to see notification fly on my screen and I feel like I'm missing out. Oh my God. So sorry. So this is what I have on today's discussion. I don't know if anyone else have any other contribution to make as regards this, or have better ways they can advise on managing such situations, especially in our homes. Me, I just felt like having a good communication, one-on-one communication with the spouse is a good strategic way of managing such situation. At some point, you get tired of being mature. Okay. Yes, I agree with you, and I mentioned that when you're always the one babysitting an adult all the time, definitely you get tired and you want the adults to become an adult for once and take responsibilities, actually. Yes. Yes, but when you have so much at stake, you have so much to lose. So I think you should know how to manage situations sometimes because they are your decisions. You made them yourself. You found those people and found them worthy enough to be your partner. So you should know how to manage your situations and hide your secrets and whatever it is to yourself. Serious work, my sister. How do you get tired of being mature? I want to know. Shout out in this part, when you say how do you get tired of being mature, like when you get tired of being the only person that wants to do the right thing, which I really don't know why, but at some point, because you know that the person you're dealing with is not a baby, they should also have some level of maturity. I think it makes you feel tired of being the only one person that is acting mature at the time. But then again, how do you even tell that you're the only one acting mature? How do you tell that the other person doesn't have so much of the SSs to curtail or manage as well? So it's really like a good question, honestly, it is. So God abeg, what makes you feel like you're the only one taking and making the right decisions? My decisions, I might feel like they are right because they are not right. Sorry, Lillian. Lillian, you can go on. You want to say something?
So, sorry, I'm not married yet too, but the thing is that everybody has their own problem. That's why they will tell you, don't go into marriage because you're looking for completeness. You have to be whole. As a person, you have to be complete yourself before you look for another complete person. Do you understand? So you cannot say you're tired of being mature in a marriage, except in a relationship. If it's relationship, you're tired, you can easily let go. But once you are married, you are committed to it. You have to do what it takes to make it work. If you have to be the one acting as a fool for that marriage to succeed, you just have to do it. Although there are some extreme cases that you know that this one done too much, maybe there's emotional abuse or mental abuse or physical abuse, and then you know that it's becoming too much. But before you get married to a person, I think you should have known the person to a certain stage and know that okay, I can bear this and this and this about a person, because nobody is perfect. Everybody must have that one area where they are falling short. So you should be able to know, can I manage this person's area? Can I manage it? So it's not about the fairy tales, the love, the this, the that. Look at the reality. Go deep down. Say, this one real thing about this person. Can I manage it? Can I tolerate this thing for the rest of my life? That's when you know you're ready to commit. It's a commitment. You're committing to the other person. So you cannot say you're tired of being mature in the marriage. You have to keep talking. If you need to keep talking, you have to keep talking. If you need to keep talking, you just have to keep talking. And how do you know that you're the only one that is mature? Then there's a problem. If you think you're the only one that's mature, then that means you may even be the one that have the problem. Sorry. You may even be the one that have the problem. So you have to keep communicating. You cannot say you're in a marriage and you're a quiet person and I don't like talking. No, I don't like. You have to keep talking because these are two adults living together. You are coming from different background, coming from different beliefs and all that. So you have to keep talking. You have to keep communicating. So it's a continuous, even till you are old, you have to keep communicating. So you can never get tired of being mature. It's your decision. You decided to go to the altar, so You have to take it. Except there's emotional, mental, and physical abuse. That's when you now have to ask for external help. Not just anybody, not just telling anybody about your marriage. Seek professional and spiritual help. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much, Lillian. Thank you. Welcome in, Miss Fire. Thank you so much. Lillian, I agree completely with your last submission. Honestly, I'm of the same opinion. It's your decision. You decide, you saw that person and felt like they are good enough to be your partner and you went for them. So whatever you are facing at the time, aside physical and emotional abuse like Lillian had mentioned, I still feel like these are situations you can actually manage through communicating with them. And when you say you are the only one being right at the time, what makes you feel like your decision is always right? What makes you feel like I always make the wrong decisions? So if anything makes you feel like you're the only one taking the right decision, just like Lillian said, then there must be something wrong somewhere. You might be feeling like you are always right, and that's a very big problem because you cannot always be right and I always wrong. There must be a time, one day that at least I will get small sense. So it's really I miss you. Welcome. At the point I thought that was what's her name again? She was there a moment ago. Oh, Dini, see, I thought that was Dini. Their profile picture almost looked the same. So this is the situation. Thank you guys
So
so much.
here's my submission about this. You see, it's actually interesting. We're talking about how do you know someone is the one that is doing right all
Yeah.
the time.
Mm.
But look at this scenario because let's talk about marriage and how people get into marriage because that is actually where the problem starts from.
Okay.
People get into marriage looking at all the good things about the person alone. So they don't want to believe that there could be a bad side, that at some point the other person can get angry, can react this way. So based on that assumption that it's going to be all rosy and all your imaginations, and most of the time we always have positive imaginations alone. So we go into that marriage thinking that way, believing it must be that way, because that's where the problem comes from. You believe it's going to be only that way. But just like reality, this life no balance. Nothing can actually, in fact, the fact is you cannot get everything you want. So based on that, there are going to be some challenges. And if you are not prepared on your own to manage the challenges, you see, I use the word prepared on your own. In the scenario of being married, both of you have to be prepared on your own. Because if one person is prepared and the other person comes with the illusion of the imagination of what they think or what they expect, there will be some collision which will not end well. Because definitely everybody always plan for the best for themselves from the beginning. Nobody wants the ups and down. They only want the up. So reality will always give you that opportunity of passing through that downside because you can only fall to rise up. Once you are standing, you cannot say you stood up if you did not actually fall. So, but most people don't want to pass through that stages where there will be challenges for them to rise up and get better. So they feel any challenges means that you have to fall, scatter the whole scenario, and create as much noise, as much. So, but when you believe and prepare that, you see, when there's a problem, the essence of the problem is for it to be resolved and for things to get better. This mindset have to be from both parties. Take note, it's not one of them thinking this way, because two person come to make it one. So if those two different person came to be one, but don't have the mentality of being one, you see, that ideology, that principle, that union, the marriage itself is not working because both of them did not agree. They
Okay.
only agree to their own personal belief and expectation. Once it doesn't fall in line with that, there's a big problem. So that means both of them must prepare their mind, work towards it, believe that there will be obstacles, there will be challenges, because, like I told you, you definitely want the best, but reality will always give you all sides of the coin, not just one side. So you should be prepared to face it and to actually get past it, because it's when you get past it you become stronger and better. So that's just how I see it. It's not so, I'm not going to say one person is being wrong. No, because for one person to be wrong, you that have been right, you too have been wrong for choosing the wrong person, even though you want to claim you are the Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. You see, in mathematics we say right and wrong, it's going to end up wrong. So that means it has to be two rights for things to be right, or we say two wrongs for it to get right. So, but if
Two
one
wrongs
person
can
is
make
wrong,
it
the other
right.
person is right,
Two wrongs
is
can
it?
never make it right.
No, I'm just saying they are going to cancel out themselves and choose to repent. But if one, just like you saying Jesus and Satan, do you think any of them can convince the other person to be in line? No, it will never work. But only when two Satan means two of them can choose to repent and now be Christ-like. I'm
No,
just creating that
no.
scenario.
Two Satans will continue to lead themselves to hell. But one Jesus,
No,
one Satan, one Jesus can override Satan. And before you know, Satan will fall into Jesus' place.
if that was possible, Jesus did not need to die. He would have converted that simple angel that caused all this problem. And
Voila.
what be in peace. Anyway, that's just my submission.
Okay. So, in it all, are we saying that we get to see so much of this emotional display, irrational uh, actions being taken due to the fact that maybe one party is more invested than the other, like one party is willing to make it work than the other? Because like they say, like you've made it, you both now and made me understand that marriage can only work when both parties are in agreement, they are in accordance, they are in alignment to make it work, right? But if it's just one person that is willing to make it work, that means it's bound to fail. Is that what we are saying? So all of this, every time one person's emotion is everywhere, is as a result of one person being more in love than the other. God, I beg.
Yeah, so I just came and I heard that
Welcome,
part.
welcome back. You said what? You didn't hear
I
that
just
part.
came and I heard that part. Yes,
Okay.
that part where you said it has to be two people. It takes two to tango. It has to be two people to make it work.
Okay.
And I think I heard where you were talking about age something.
Yes.
Older elder, the older person.
Older, I feel like older men are more mature when it comes to managing conflicts and their emotions.
Yeah. I had that mindset too, but then again, I got to learn that maturity is of the mind and not of age.
Okay.
So someone may be actually old and still very immature. Yes. So yeah, it works in some ways, but in some cases, no, it doesn't.
Oh,
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Hi, Lillian.
Thank you so much. All right. Clara Pido, I don't know if it's your network you are battling with today. We didn't get to hear much from you. I want to believe it's your network because I can see from your profile you're on coffee mode. You've been sipping coffee for a while. So I really appreciate you guys once again for coming around. And I've missed the March Angel. But I did not see a lot of universe flying around, so I guess he lost. He lost, right?
I don't know. We have missed it. I was in the kitchen. I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's a choice everyone choose. What is everyone choosing from God I beg? I'm trying to draw a conclusion so we can wrap it up and go prepare to meet up on Angel's live stream. God I beg
Don't
you're
worry.
still in the
Don't
kitchen. Sorry,
don't
Sean.
worry, Becky. We'll always be in agreement.
Oh my goodness. This is the reassurance. What did they used to call this one? In this word of affirmation, right? So
Yeah.
this is shelter, reaffirming to Bekebe. Don't worry, you've got a matured one, not just matured at heart,
The problem
matured
now
in
is
age,
Becky. Is she there?
matured in
Becky, you're
mind and
supposed to say
everything.
something now.
Beke, I don't think
So that
Beke.
it won't be like it's a one-way thing. No, we don't want only shout out. Feeling like that.
But we know in this case it's not one way because Beke has always professed and announced her own level of love. So for Shato to just
This is a
reaffirm
network.
this,
That is quite.
what did you say, Angel?
Has she said anything since? Is it her network?
I think maybe it's her network. She's not even available at the moment.
Hmm.
She's not. So, with this, thank you all. We've come to a conclusion on today's section. I appreciate you all, and I don't know how much or how well I can really express my gratitude to you. Like, we've had it coming. I was so surprised when I checked the number of months that we spent so far today, and I'm like, wow, how time flies.
Yes. Inex, do you remember that time I was encouraging you, telling you, don't worry. You were telling me, what if I stop on the way? What if I get tired?
Honestly, Angel,
It's
it
just
wasn't easy
6
rushing back
months.
every day and trying to like, oh goodness. I'm like, what?
Thanks for keep encouraging her, Angel. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Shaka.
thank you to every one of
Yes,
you that comes in
that's
every day. Oh my goodness, thank you, Shalto. Every one of you that always come here to give me the moral booster to keep going. Like just like yesterday, I was struggling to like actually face the camera, and before you know it, I'm getting used to it. Like I still feel like I'm still shy some type of way, but I feel my confidence
Inex
level.
was shaking like a jellyfish.
You say what?
Angel, you see me? You were shaking like a jellyfish the first time. He was asking me, Angel, is it okay? Is my camera okay? Is this okay? I'm like, calm down.
But
yeah.
I sometimes I still feel like I'm lost of word or composure. But I'm doing good. I can tell so far. I'm
Yeah,
doing great, right?
yeah, and certainly, Hinex, congratulations on breaking out of that shell, and getting this far. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lilian, for the ice cream. Oh no, thank you. What's this? Cooper flies. Thank
Super
you.
flies
Cooper
home.
flies
Thank
home.
you, Papa. Oh,
Thank you
Lillian
so
left. I
much.
wanted to tell Lillian. Inex, did you get to tell Lillian we're always here Thursday? She left.
Okay, maybe she should be in the comment or maybe a network job. She's here.
Congratulations, Shalto. You leveled up.
Thank
Where
you,
is
thank you.
where is that sound? Thank you so
Yay.
much. Thank you guys. Thank you every one of you that's been here. May God bless you all. Thank you for always giving me the moral booster, the support, the courage to always come, mount my camera and sit here to talk about and discuss things that I find very, very, very worthy of discourse. I'm very much grateful. I'm still very much lost of words, and I know that I'm not good at it yet, but I keep getting better. I'll keep building my confidence, and one day I think I'll be like a man Paul, very eloquent, fast, and how they expressive without missing one or lacking an idea of the next word to say very soon. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I really love and appreciate it. Thank you so much, Shelton. You've been of great support, moral
You're
booster.
welcome.
Yeah. So thank you, God Abeg. Thank you, Angel, Bete, every one of you, Claire, from the very first time you came. You were so very opinionated, and ever since then, you've always been coming. You've been very supportive. I really can't thank you enough. Everyone that comes, and for those that be here and have come, Alex, everyone, I say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much. Thank
Welcome.
you.
All right.
Guys. So
Well
I'll
done.
see you guys next week when we're
Okay,
having a
take
new
care.
topic for discuss. All right, bye. Bye, Angel. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take care.